The views and opinions expressed by guests on this podcast are solely their own and do not represent the position of the host, this show, or any organization either party is affiliated with. All content is shared purely for educational and inspirational purposes. Nothing discussed here constitutes professional advice. Listeners are encouraged to independently verify any information before acting on it. The host is not responsible for any outcomes resulting from guest statements. By listening, you agree that you are solely responsible for how you use the information shared. Welcome to the Tech Sharmit podcast, where technology is not just news, but the roadmap to the future. This is a space where we explore the latest tech trends, AI, startups, gadgets, and the ideas that redefine the way we think. Leading this conversation is Amit Sharma, globally recognized as Tech Sharmit. A technologist from Bharat, Amit brings an Indian perspective to the global technology landscape. With deep technical expertise and strong industry insight, and for his contributions and impact within the global tech community, he has been recognized with several prestigious honors, including Google Developer Expert, Microsoft MVP, IBM Champion, and Planet Mainframe Influencer. Through this podcast, he shares practical knowledge, real-world perspectives, and globally relevant thinking designed to help you stay ahead in an ever-evolving technology landscape. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the Tech Sharmit channel to stay updated with future episodes. And if you're looking to level up your skills, don't forget to explore the Tech Sharmit digital course book in the description box, where you'll find thousands of free programming courses curated to help you grow as a developer. So plug in your headphones and join us as we begin today's episode of the Tech Sharmit podcast.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tech Sharmit podcast. Today I am joined by another special guest, Rakesh Kumar, who is joining us from Kuwait and originally he is from Bharat. Rakesh is a principal AI and data solution leader, a multi-time, four-time IBM champion, and a technology leader focused on enterprise AI strategy, data, governance, and transformation. So today in this episode, we will talk about AI strategy, AI governance, executive decision making, hybrid and multi-model structures, architectures, and also regarding the measurable business outcomes. But before we get started with all these things, I would like to thank Rakesh for joining us today in this episode. And now I request you to please initiate the discussion by telling us a bit about yourself.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Rakesh. Most people call me Rakesh, and because in the Kuwait, my name is changed to Rakesh. So yes, I carry two homes with me whenever I go. I born in India and raised in all the major cities in India. I was born in Bihar, studied in Delhi, then back to Bangalore and married in Kerala. So I carried whole India with me.
Okay.
And I work out for Kuwait. Both the place I have a good connection with the people, and I know that how the organizations need for which perspective, like the people, practice, and technology, all the perspective, and that helped me to bring not just AI or any digital transformation. Look on the people perspective, how we can get the better perspective of the people and how can we solve the real problem. That is the main takes I take from my side, not just build any solution, how to get the value to the people.
Correct. So, when we look at your profile, like we clearly see that you have built a reputation as a multi-time, four-time IBM champion, and currently you are on the track of CDO and CDAIO role. So, I just wanted to know your journey from the initial days, like what sparked your interest into AI and data leadership at that time when everyone was chasing for the career related to the coding path. So, what sparked your interest particularly towards AI?
It's not different. Even me, I was the guy who was chasing on the
Mm-hmm.
keyboard, doing the coding and building the model, train the model. But what's happened now, if you do in that way, your old model, your code, your product sit in the cells, unless
Correct.
people realize that how it solve the problem. Then what I start doing, instead of chasing on the keyboard or technology or the coding, I start spending more time on the real people are learning on understanding the people problem. I evolved one technology called issue-based consulting.
Mm-hmm.
to understand what exactly the issue is there. Then start build on AI. People feel that AI will come and they have to start the new business process.
Yeah.
But yeah, AI is there. What you are doing now, the bank is doing the banking, your oil and gas doing refining. They can't change the business process what they built 100 years ago.
Hmm.
AI has to come and augment and make that business process most effective. That I learned, and that is injected. Then if you, for example, if you go and ask in refinery, the guy who's doing the predictive maintenance, they are doing before AI comes in the picture.
Correct.
But they say the reliability and statistic. Even though AI really comes in a fancy word, now if you learn from them, just get that data and make sure that organization or me who are we really able to make a decision based on the data.
Hmm.
That's the realize, yeah, we understand that we have a right data with me and relies on data. Whatever initial algorithm, whatever we have built, that will translate into AI and machine learning in the future stage.
Yeah.
That's the way is the hands on the AI. Then slowly, small pieces. We started with my Maximo. I'm coming from Maximo Asset Management, built on the IBM Maximo
Hmm.
reliability. Then I started with predictive maintenance. Then comes to the banking sector. Then how we can have the fraud detection. But all that journey started from there. And recently, we have done the very big implementation of fraud detection for the one of the biggest bank in Kuwait. And I'll go through the journey and explain that how we learn from there and how we can
Yeah.
value to the other people.
Yeah, like your journey sounds really very fascinating and interesting. Even I noticed that you have worked across banking, oil and gas, public sector, and also for the government sector. So, honestly, like Rakesh, these are completely different domains from each other. So, while working with these different sectors, what one lesson from these unlikely industry that surprised you and change how you approach the AI strategy elsewhere? So, what was there anything common in between these sectors, or everything is completely different there?
I give you one of my example when I
Mm-hmm.
start working with one of the oil and gas customer,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought they are highly regulated environment, and the things will be process will be slow, and decision making, all that things is will be uh, not mature.
Okay.
But when I went to there, when I go there and I see there, they already has data. They're already working on data decision.
Hmm.
They're already building, doing all these things. Thing is that they had something, and that make me to understand, yeah, that whatever I'm carrying my burden, oh, I have very big, I'm the AI expert, I'm going to change this one. No, we learn from the user and understand that what process and value they have, and then you align your AI story. Either it is the government, your banking, all the place. You have to make sure that you are not bringing, no, you are not going to give your AI burden to them.
Correct.
Use their process, business process, augment your AI and solve the problem. That is the common across the all. Yeah, even in the banking, but there is certain differences in this one. Not the banking sector, what happened, every day new regulations comes, new challenges come. Now, if you're building on AI model, building solution, if you take your 6 months to the go to market, then
Mm-hmm.
you're out already out. So your decision making has to be very fast. That is in the
Right.
banking and government in oil and gas sector. Yeah, it's a slow process, but you make sure that what your predefined process has to be proven enough, because your one mistake can cause human life or anything, may cause a big disaster. But the banking sector, you have maybe you have few dollar has been gone. You may have to recover, you can augment. Yeah, I'm not saying you now don't have to, but you have to be fast enough in the banking domain.
Right.
But yeah, in terms of government and oil and gas, you have to be make sure that you are very tested your model and you have everything is on the track.
Correct. And if we particularly talk about the AI transformation initiative, so because you have deal with so many business leaders or stakeholders, so when you sit down with those CXO executive board member for the very first time and you talk about the AI transformation initiative, So what's the first question you ask, and what does their answer tell you about their system, their existing system, and how you assess that how ready they are for their AI innovation?
Yeah, it's a very nice questions. And usually people like leadership role go and meet a CTO, CDO. Usually they go and ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you initiated with your data story or AI story? Usually this is not a right question. You ask them, definitely they will say yes.
Okay.
Ideally, my question should be, tell me the last decision your organization made differently because of data.
Hmm.
This is one question. Either what they will say, yes, they will give a fuzzy answer, yes, I have used this data to change this value, or maybe I'm able to identify this risk in advance. Or I may get answer, okay, I have this dashboard, that maturity, I have started with that Excel sheet. I may get two kind of answer, but
Mm-hmm.
these two answer will realize that where organizations stand. Now, if they say the first question, yes, I have made this, with this data, I am able to solve this problem in
Mm-hmm.
advance, that means they have already passed the first stage. They have already matured, high maturity level. They understand that their data, as I give an example for a refinery, they know that how to use data. Now, I
Yeah.
need to just put that AI to augment that AI, how can give the more data. Now, they may be working on some Excel sheet of 500 data. Now, you can have terabytes of data can analyze and keep the better result for them.
Hmm.
But second case, yes, the organization is not ready to make sure that they have uh, make them understand the first what is data can do for them and make the data story first. Make sure they have right data, they have appetite for data.
Yeah.
Then on the built on the story and. Especially when I work for what discussing a CIO or CXO, I bring two things in the very early in the stage. Not me, it's my company.
Mm-hmm.
We do two things. First, ask to stabilize the data governance board. That means the stakeholders from the different department, maybe your CIO, CISO, or business unit head, they are the part of the decision making.
Mm-hmm.
What the business your AI data model should work, when the you will take a decision to offload this AI model, when to bring the new model to data governance boards, and it makes a very quick decision how your AI journeys will look like.
Yeah.
And second is the AI Center of Excellence, AI COE. That means your whatever decision COE carry forward, you're implementing your data story.
Mm-hmm.
And that we try to believe to build this is in-house for that organization. Now the bank has divided two units. One is the governance board with top management, and your IT or technical team is part of your center of excellence. They start if they work with some of the use case and they know that what need to do, they itself start adopting your AI, your solution.
Yeah. Okay. And particularly if we talk about two sectors, one is banking and another one is government sector. So do you
Yes,
think like is it easy for them to understand and to easily adopt the AI driven solution because they are too much concerned about security, right? So
correct.
what are the challenges? Like, do they really trust AI driven solution nowadays?
Trust initially is faced, but trust has to build in small steps. It cannot
Okay.
go and bind with a bigger implementation.
Mm-hmm.
And bigger mistake organization, what they do, they go in the fuzzy presentation with false promise that what AI can do.
Yes.
Yeah, so we need to go with the one step back. You have to explain that what AI cannot do,
Hmm.
and also explain that what are the precautions we need to take while building the AI. For example, I given you, set the governance board first, make your center of excellence. You are
Hmm.
ready to take your challenge. That means you are helping the organization not to selling your product, making your engineering your solution for them. When they confident, then start working small POC, make one the proof of concept. For example, I give you the fraud detection. Now, instead of you build the fraud detection model, make sure that human in the loop.
Mm-hmm.
First 8 to 10 week, let's run the process in the parallel. Your in your normal process and with your monitor by human, and give the score, give the scoring. Now, if you see that 8 to 10 week, that AI model is giving you the perfect outcome,
Mm-hmm.
then you consider as it's your junior, how your junior resource you can do.
Yeah.
Then you carry on for a couple of weeks, then your confidence, then just you can roll out for the production. That is the way it, and that will make you not just to win the confidence of the stakeholder, because it's
Correct.
not the presentation. You are doing the right, real implementation for them, and you're solving the real problem for them.
Yeah, so instead of directly deploying everything, like you break down it into multiple chunks, and then by the time like they feel that yes, something is going in the right direction, and then they come up with the further projects. Okay. Because this is also a fact that especially in the sectors like oil and gas and government, the cost of AI mistake is very huge, right? So
Correct.
when we talk about that mistakes, how do you approach, like one thing you already shared, that you break down the things into multiple chunks and you test it out, and if something is going good, then you adopt it, otherwise we make the necessary changes. Other than that, how does you approach to the risk and government's change when we know that yes, this time stakes are very high? So apart from these trick, like any particular thing that you follow there?
Yeah, I just give an example, like again, repeat format. The setting of the governance board at the beginning, and make sure that your AI is augment the human, not AI is replacing the human.
Correct.
Especially on the the organization where one small mistake can cause the human life.
Right.
Example, you are monitoring the big pipeline and monitoring the pressure. Now, if you're given the wrong value of the pressure, predict that yeah, everything is okay, but pressure is high, it can cause disaster.
Hmm.
Yeah, I say that like a space for the human in the critical, all the critical decision, make sure that it has to go through the human. AI cannot take this one decision, and make sure that whatever decision has it make, there's audit trail.
Hmm. Right.
Everything has to be captured, audited, and anyone can ask you about on what basis that decision has been made. You are able to answer.
Hmm. Right. Okay. Okay. So now, Rakesh, moving ahead, we will talk about the multi-architecture, multi-cloud AI architectures. Because from name it sounds very simple, but it's not that simple. It's very complex, right? And it's not everyone's cup of tea, I would say. So, as an expert, when you are designing the things, what are the common design principles that you said that yes, these are the things that I'm not going to compromise on, regardless of the client or the sector for which you are working? But yeah, these are some sort of rules or do's that you will make sure that you checklist before you start working with the multi-cloud AI architecture. So, what are those principles?
If I say in one line, it will be data sovereignty combined with the workload portability.
Okay.
I ensure that my client data is not locked with a one vendor or one solution first,
Mm.
and whatever AI workload can be portable on any cloud. It's not locked to the one cloud environment. Now, especially in the Kuwait or India, now the data sovereignty is our localization of data is no more your choice. It has to be a risk. You have to make sure your data is localized, especially both India and Kuwait. Make sure data is not going outside the Kuwait. To combination of both, especially in the IBM solution, mostly we work on that way. We make sure that your data stay in, either on-prem or the hybrid cloud,
Hmm.
and it's not locked with any one solution. It can be ported anywhere.
Right. Okay. Okay, and at that time when you were explaining the do's and don'ts for the government, when you are talking about the government stakeholders, one very interesting thing you mentioned regarding the presentation, like when we are presenting something to the client as a government board. So you mentioned that do not commit anything that is not achievable in terms of cost optimization, in terms of predictive analysis. So, can you please walk us through any of your project where you can point out that yes, a specific number is there and you actually delivered it through AI? So, how you convince them? Like, how, like any particular example, or maybe you can project share with us that is not too much confidential and that you have already delivered.
Yeah, let me tell you about the fraud detection project, one of the largest bank in Kuwait using IBM Safer Payment. Yeah, the IBM Safer Payment, a real-time platform for safer fraud detection. The
Mm-hmm.
bank has two problems. Fraud was slipping through their old decision, rule-based decision system, and in the same time, there is too many legitimate transactions getting blocked,
Mm-hmm.
especially for the good customer and expatriate. What to do? They do the front for transaction to the foreign country. They used to get blocked,
Okay.
and that is thus not hurting the customer. It's also hurting the bank reputation. Then what we do, we implement IBM Secret Payment is built on the behavior profile of every transaction in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the payment patterns, device signal, account velocity, network latency, all scored in the millisecond before the payment clear. And critical that we are not redesigned, it was there. And just we took all of that component what was residing separately in the one place and able to do the decision in the milli before it take 30 minutes or 40 minutes. People, this rule where this decide, we given the solution in the millisecond. And on top of that, the final decision maker was with the human. We are not allowed the system to take a decision now. Finally, it goes to the people who decide that okay, this is a transaction, this is scoring. We go the this is 80%, 60% of the fraud rate. Based on that parameter, he is able to take a decision whether it is a false transaction or real transaction.
Okay.
With that, we are able to reduce the 40% false positive
Mm-hmm.
and drop the 60% of the block transaction.
Okay.
And the fraud analysis case in which total timing we are reduced to nearly half.
Okay. Okay, so if we talk about your overall journey, so you have delivered so many AI solutions, you have explored so many tools, right? But if you had to select one underrated tool or a platform that more leaders should pay attention to, that yes, this is a tool that everyone should explore. So what one tool you would suggest everyone?
I'll give you answer. I feel one of the tools, especially for Indian Gulf market, we are ignoring is the IBM Open Pages.
Okay.
Especially it's capable around the GRC governance, risk, and compliance, especially for AI risk management.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a bank in India, and you have started using AI decide who get the loan. Okay, and
Okay.
AI is the fast, is accurate. Your business team love it. Then an RBI auditor walks in and asks, show me why this customer has been rejected.
Mm-hmm.
And show me what your model is not biased. This is the question, RS. Show me the complete audit trail. If you don't have the right governance tooling, you cannot answer those questions.
Correct.
And in regulated sector, it's a very serious problem. So IBM Open Pages is a build for exactly this situation. It's a simple language. It is a platform that acts like a control room for AI risk and compliance.
Mm-hmm.
It tracks every AI model or the organization is running. What it does, who approved it, when it was last reviewed, it's flagged when a model started behaving differently from how it was trained and how it was working now.
Okay.
It maintains the complete audit trail of the every decision its influence, and it's produced a documentation your legal team and risk team need automatically. I
Mm.
feel this is the one of the I feel that this is the underrated product tools. Still, people are not considering, but yes, it's the right time people to adopt.
Yeah, and definitely it will help at the time of auditing also, because when you have these unexpected questions, you have something in your hand
Especially,
that can help you.
yeah, it's especially if you have. I have given example. I have set up the governance board. Now,
Hmm.
how this governance board will work? And currently, if you don't have right tool, you will be based on the again on the somebody will present to you what we have done or based on your log or Excel sheets.
Correct.
Now, if you have implemented such tools, you will be having black and white. The team will be seeing that what exactly happening, and whatever decision he has given, he has approved. If somebody asks who approved it,
Hmm.
then that governance board, the answer from governance board, and based on what? Based on this audit trail.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Rakesh, like we talked about so many technical things, and I'm sure like those who are listening from the IBM background, they resonate so many things here. Now moving ahead, we'll talk about some of the thing that is related to the support system. Because behind every successful person, there is a support system, support network. So looking back on your own journey, who were the key people around you who had a defining impact on your journey so far?
Yeah, this is the cost question I always enjoy most because it reminds me that career is built not alone. You get the
Mhm.
support of the many people. The first name I must mention is Srikant Fulla. Srikant was the first mentor when I joined Amadeus, very first company.
Okay.
And he's taught me the one concept. Always put the customer first, but never compromise on the company policy.
Okay.
Now, you see that there are two opposite things. At the same time, customer demands everything, and your company policy tells you that you need to follow all the business process.
Correct.
Now, he taught me not to say no to the customer, tell yes in the better way with your augment with your company rules and policy and commit to the yes.
Hmm. Okay.
And this applies the same. Now, if you look at your AI implementation, now you cannot go and go with the fuzzy world in the world, okay, AI can do everything. So you have to build the AI and make sure the right governance you're bringing with your company, your organization, or regulatory what you're working. Bring that governance with your AI workload.
Correct. That's a great lesson, I would say, because those who are working on the leadership role, they should pay attention to this very important thing, that even if there is a situation where we are supposed to say no to the organization, redirect it into the policy and then restructure your answer and then come up with that, so that your client will also understand your point of view and they will also try to explore the alternative ways. That's a great learning. Okay, so yeah, Rakesh, like although on technical things, we have so many things that we can discuss here, but we are short on time. So I just want to take one more question before we conclude the discussion. And this question is regarding the place you belong from, Bharat. So if you had to share one best thing about our country, Bharat, that you feel proud to share with the global audience, so what would you select? I know like there are so many good things about India and Bharat, but if you had to select one that is really close to your heart, so what it would be?
I'll be very blunt. See, if you'll go in India, meet anyone, they don't talk about the problem much. If you have one problem, they come with a 10 solution.
Yes.
And something is negative, but you can take it the positive way. Now, we are the millions of people,
Correct.
and we don't have everything regulated, but still we are growing.
Right.
That give us the confidence and motivation. Yes, we can do it.
Yes. Right.
Take in the world, we have UPI, over a billion transactions per month built for some where we don't have internet. People don't have access to bank, but still we succeed and we are the highest transaction across the globe.
Yes.
Okay. We build Aadhaar, DigiLocker. This all several things make us proud when you go outside India. And yes, the same thing when you go to the work. Yes, we can do it. That always comes with us. Yeah, we can do it. We never
Yes.
say no. We go to the customer, and that's why we are in Globe. We are accepted because customer or people know if I give this problem, they will solve it at any cost. That is the trust we have built across the world.
Yeah, and being an Indian, I'm 100% agree with this thing, because yes, somewhere we all know that Indians have that mentality that whatever problem you will come up, they will not only give you the solution, they will also give you the alternatives. Like these are the things that could work. So even if for the very initial moment, like if you provide these kind of solution, if it doesn't work, like we have other options also, that yes, if it is not
Correct.
working, option B will work, option C will work. So that
Correct.
mentality we really have. And also, like, we can see the global contribution, people like you who are contributing not only towards Indian culture but also abroad, like you are also serving in Kuwait. So there are so many other business leader who is taking the lead from the front in different countries to share their expertise with the global family. So I think this is the best way to describe the Indian mentality and Indian personality. So yeah, I'm also agree
I
with
have
that.
give
And
you a recent one of the article has been come from Dubai, and he owned the biggest hospitality chain in the Dubai. And his article is there. I love to work with Indian
hmm.
because if I call 2 a.m. morning, he is ready to answer with not just answer, he is ready to give me solution in that call.
Yeah, right. Yes.
That's the mentality we carried. And yeah, thanks to all my Indian community. I think we all are doing very great. And yes, we should make our country proud. And just want to add, when we goes outside country, we all are Indians. We are the Bharatiya without any coming from which state, which religion. No, we are
Yes.
all Indian. We are Bharatiya in this that country. That
Yes.
makes one. They make us one.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rakesh, for joining us today in this episode and for sharing so much information about your work, the projects, how government work. And I really appreciate your thoughts for the Bharatiya ecosystem also. I really love that explanation and the way you have presented the country. It was really a pleasure talking to you. So good wishes for your work and keep everyone make us proud. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you. Give the time. Thank you.